Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to a new video on Tellor or TRB. Wanted to do a quick video on that. I mean, I think for obvious reasons, but no, I just wanted to keep you updated on it after the huge crash we had and the huge rally before that, and just in general, the blatant manipulation. All right. So I just wanted to discuss a couple of things. I mean, yesterday we got some bullish momentum. Was also expected. I mean, if you watch my video yesterday. Look, ultimately what happened with Tellor is that it got manipulated into oblivion in the last months, actually. And this seems to have been the final exit, all right? So with a final exit, I mean, it's been pumped up, or it's been manipulated to make the price go up by, I don't know, market makers, smart money, who knows? I don't care. And this was then the final pump. Everybody in retail sees it. They're buying in. A ton of volume goes into the price. I mean, I'm not even sure what the volume was back then, but the volume was probably ridiculous. Yeah, the volume right here was around. The volume grew up to around $1 billion, and then it was around 2.5 after we crashed. So that's a ton of retail being liquidated, unfortunately. But no, they exited, so now that's what happened. We got manipulated, and now it's practically dead. But what sometimes happens is that they still have a bunch of tokens which they need to get rid of, and then they make the price pump again. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about whether it's possible to get another rally. Yesterday was a bit of bullish momentum, which we did talk about in the video as well. But it did not turn into anything, because ultimately what needs to happen for us to really rally again up to like 300 is this level needs to be broken. The most supported level right now is between 240 and 230. Maybe 250 as well, because it's a psychological level, but I doubt it. And that's the level we need to break. I mean, if the only way in which TRB can get another rally is if technically that level breaks. And is that likely at this moment? I would say no. I mean, if you look at the open interest, again, it spiked up a bit yesterday in the afternoon. But since then it has dropped down, and now it's increasing a little bit, but the overall volume is dropping down. So it seems to me that Tellor is losing momentum in general. All right, so that means, look, you need momentum to break out. If there's no momentum, you're not going to break out. And you can also see that the price is slowly falling down here. There's major support at 150. I think we'll drop down to that level, and I think 150 has a good chance to actually provide some strong support for some time at least. But ultimately, look, I do want to stress, but this is difficult it's difficult to kind of implement. I think the most likely scenario is that we'll just slowly die. All right, so that TRB falls down to 150. And then after that breaks through, falls down to 125, and then after that drops down to 100. I think that's most likely. Slowly, I do expect support at all of those levels, and I think we can hold those levels for some time. So I think we'll slowly fall down, but ultimately I do think falling down is the most likely scenario here. I mean, this does seem like a very big exit, all right? And those who exited pumped the price up. So it's going to be difficult to pump the price up again. But even though I think this is most likely, I am completely aware of the possibility of another rally happening. But that is not something I can predict, all right? That is something that can happen, and maybe I'll be able to spot it early, but it's not something I predict. I mean, look, there's a bit of a resistance here at 200. If, for example, 200 as a resistance breaks, then the chances of a rally increase, and we could get up to 230, 240. Ultimately, 230, 240 is the main level I'm watching that we need to break in order to get a real big rally. So that's a possibility. It doesn't look likely at this moment. So at this moment, I'll tell you this is most likely, and ultimately this will happen. I think at least. But in the meanwhile, you should always be alert for some sort of new build-up and new momentum, because that could be a second exit or a final exit if this was not the final exit, which, yeah, it would surprise me, but still. So those are my thoughts on TRB for now. If you do have any questions, let me know. If you wanted to have prevented losing money on this, then consider joining the premium and signal group, because I've always said that you should not trade it. TRB has been manipulated for months, but yeah, that's up to you. For now, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye.